Welcome to a yoga moment with Musalon. My name is Erdman-Luntz. In today's yoga moment, we're going to talk about Parsvottanasana, or extended side stretch. In particular, how to fully engage the legs in this pose to really sustain the integrity of the pose and to get the most out of it. You want the legs engaged in all standing poses. I find in this pose in particular, and revolved trikonasana, my students' legs collapse the most. So talking about getting strong in the legs, fully engaging them in this pose is of the utmost importance. A great way to teach how to fully engage the legs is in Tadasana with a block. So you'll grab a block and you're going to place it up in the inner thighs of the legs, way up at the top. Okay, we want to use the block to let us know whether or not we're engaging the inner thighs. You have 6 inner thigh muscles, and the last one is a really short one. It's called the pectineus, and it's very short right at the top. So you want the block all the way up so you can make sure you're engaging that muscle as well. Then have your feet parallel. Make sure they're doing equal things down here, that they're in the same place, doing the same thing. You're going to snuggle your feet down to the ground and then draw up. You're going to be sure you're engaging the inner thighs, using the block to let you know whether or not you are. Now, this is for a couple of reasons. One, in standing poses, you want to be sure you're actually engaging the muscles all the way around the legs. There's actually a slight contraction of the legs. That will help you align the bones better, engage the energy lines better, lots of reasons. Now, I find the inner thighs are usually the last to engage in most people's bodies. So if you can get your students to engage the inner thighs or get yourself to engage your inner thighs, you know the rest has been engaged as well. The other reason we're particularly concerned with the inner thighs is they are the start of your core. Okay, so your core strength is right up through the midline of the body. If the inner thighs sag, and you can go ahead and sag them, you'll find that your heart, everything kind of sinks down. You need to keep those inner thighs engaged to keep everything drawing up and feeling that firm core strength that you want in your standing poses and actually in all of your poses. So feeling the feet, let's do it again, feeling the feet snuggling to the floor, drawing up through the inner thighs, make sure you're engaging them equally. The block will help you let you know about that. And draw up through the pelvic floor, up through the torso, deep core muscles. Roll the shoulders back and down. And just take a breath. Feel the strength in your legs. Feel the power in your Tadasana as well. It's quite spectacular. Now let's take this into Parsvottanasana. You're going to set your block down, separate your feet, and for this pose, you want your feet the distance you take them for Trikonasana. We take the feet further apart for the warrior poses and for Parsvottanasana. But for Trikonasana and for Parsvottanasana, we go about 3 feet apart. Turning the feet to the right, we'll go to the right first. You're going to turn your left foot in about 60 degrees, a little bit further than usual. Turn your right foot all the way out to 90, and then open your stance a little bit. You want to take your front foot out to the side to widen your stance. That will help you get your hips all the way around, fully squaring them off to the side. Now, as you do so, the tendency, watch the back leg, the tendency is for people to lose that back leg, collapse in the arch, let the knee bend. This is what we need to work on. You want to fully straighten that back leg, reach down through the heel, get really strong and straight through that leg. Engage the inner thigh of both legs. So both legs are really strongly engaged. It just tends to be the back one that we forget about. So if you're focused on the back one, the front one usually follows, but not necessarily. Make sure both are fully engaged. You want to think of taking that inner thigh, the back leg, back behind you. So as you do that, you'll feel the hip comes around even more. Legs are fully engaged. And then you can go into the full pose. You can bring the arms behind you, grabbing onto your wrist, forearm, elbows, or doing full reverse namaste if you have that shoulder and wrist flexibility in you. Roll the shoulders back and down. Inhale, scoop up. Exhale, fold right over your right leg. Now keeping that back leg extending, I like to tell my students, feel the inner thigh moving back as you extend out with your heart. You're reaching back through that leg and taking your heart out in front of you. I hope that helps you enjoy your Parsvottanasana a little bit more. You can join me on the website musasana.com, Musasana, and on that site I study one yoga pose a month. You can also join me live for interactive online yoga classes at physique.com. That's PHYSIIC.com. I look forward to seeing you. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.